Hey guys, Greg here. So today I'm going to show off all of the records I got at Amoeba. Let me put the phone down so I can get the records themselves out. I didn't buy many vinyl records. I'm not a big vinyl fan, but I got I got some CDs too. I'm mainly a CD fan. I don't like records that much because we could go into this all day, but I don't think they sound as good, and they're far more expensive. And anyways, so starting off, we have Cut Hands. These are two Cut Hands records from, I don't know if you guys are familiar with White House. It is a power electronics band. William Bennett of White House has a project called White Hands, or not White Hands, Cut Hands. So they always have these at Amoeba, and they're about $10. Not too bad. This is Bastard Noise, two Bastard Noise records. I've never listened to them before, but they're $10, and well, this was $13.10. Anyways, I've heard good things about them. They're in the noise sort of sphere things, so excited to get them. This is a Beach Boys record. I was so intrigued by it because I thought it was a bootleg. It says "Wow, great concert," but it's actually just a weird release, sort of an abridged version of a concert they have. So those are the records. Before we get into the bulk of the CDs, I want to show off these two I got. There was a gentleman in San Francisco who was a street performer. Bought some CDs for him, and I got it signed, which was really cool. He was a good dude. Got a picture with him and stuff. So yeah, those are the records and the CDs. I also got these bad boys. They're just little signs. My dad grabbed them. They're free. So yeah, I'll do a separate video showing off the shirts I got because they're in the wash right now. And I wanted to have them all together. But so originally I was like, oh, I'll do Amoeba Day. Like, I went to Amoeba 5 total times on the trip. 3 times in LA, 2 times in San Francisco. So I was like, okay, I'll split them each up into, the days. But it'd take a while to figure out which ones were got on which day. So anyways, show it off. Starting off with Cows. I'm gonna probably have to be pretty brief with each album because there are so many. I'll show you here. That's just like about half, a little less than half actually. So Cows, got Giagotti, and I have Inferno by Boards of Canada, the new record. I got the CD of Spiderland by Slint. This is a David Lynch record called The Big Dream. It's pretty cool. Talk, Spirit of Eden. Really happy about that one. I was looking for, what was the record called? Laughing Stock. But they don't really have CDs of that, from what I found. Can, really cool sort of prog band. They call it krautrock. I don't think it's the term they like. A lot of the German bands. This is Faust, another sort of, if you want to call it krautrock band. Unwound, which is sort of like a kind of post-rock band. This is Sutcliffe Juggend, but it's Sutcliffe No More. Power electronics band, pretty cool. This is the new Neurosis album, An Undying Love for a Burning World. Pretty good record, I love it a lot. So, let me put this here, dig a little deeper into the bag. So I'm going to split it up into 2 separate stacks. There's actually, I see a new record here. I try to put the new records on the top, the new CDs at the top. So it was a little bit easier to tell. So anyways, Electric Wizard, Mers Beat, Cunning Stunts by Cows. I was really excited to find this one. I think these are flipped over. I'll tell you what, we'll just keep them like this. I think this is a soundtrack that Jarbeau of Swans did, so I was pretty excited about that. This is Monster Magnet, Dopes to Infinity. Really happy about that one. Got Henry Cow CD. Another Cows. A lot of Cows here. Glenn Branca, Symphony No. 6. This is Scalding Fast. Never heard this album before, but it's a cool, I think it's a show, a Japanese noise festival that they recorded. So there's a bunch of different artists playing on it. I was really, really excited to check that out. And then this is another one I haven't heard before. This is Scant. Thought it was pretty cool. And this was in like the experimental section, so I thought it was something I'd like. Okay, here we go. Scott Walker. First of many Scott Walkers. This is a cool one. This is And Who Shall Go to the Ball and What Shall Go to the Ball. This was for, I think, a ballet performance. There's 2 versions of this. I got the cheaper one just to save money because, you know. Hostile Ambient Takeover by Melvins. We got Mike and the Melvins. I got Friends, and I think this is 2020. Yep, by the Beach Boys. It's a combo of 2 CDs. Bish Bosh by Scott Walker. The Drift by Scott Walker. Here's a couple of Jarboe CDs I got. A couple more Jarboe CDs. Pretty cool. Here is Killdozer. Killdozer is pretty cool. They are a noise rock kind of band. So, give me a second. Let me grab the other thing of CDs here. So, I think we're delving now into the CDs from San Francisco. So let's start this up. So we've got another Melvins CD. Got Mogwai. We've got, this is Lydia Lunch, pretty cool. This is another Faust CD. This is Tangerine Dream. And then this one, this is a super cool find. This is Swans by Father. This is the special edition they came out with whenever they first released it. Now this is a cool one. This is, if you know Steve Albini, he has a band called Big Black and a band called Shellac. In between that, he had a band called Rape Man. Now, this is a really good record. The name, obviously, not a great name. And it includes the Bud EP, which is pretty cool. Great EP, great album. Not such a great name. It's named after a Japanese manga, so it's not like he was just like, oh, that's the name we're coming up with. It's based off of something. But, you know, interesting little story. Death Grips Ex-Military. This is a bootleg. Really excited about that. I'll save that one for last because I'm really excited about that. Current 93. This is Swastikas for Naughty, which is pretty cool. I like this album a lot. The reissues of it sometimes call it Swastikas for Gotti, because Naughty's like a kid's character, and I think they probably got sued. I didn't want to show absolutely last, but last in the row. This is Daughters You Won't Get What You Want. I fucking love Daughters. They're amazing. They're just amazing. This was one of my top things I was looking for. They didn't have it in LA, but they did have it in San Francisco. I was so excited. I love this album. They're fantastic. They were in some hot water because of their singer Alexis Marshall, but it's like, I've been telling a lot of my friends who like Daughters this, it's all bullshit. Like, I won't get too into it because this isn't a video for that, but like, please go support the band. The person who accused them is making false accusations. I won't get into it, but like, I love Daughters. They're great. It just, that's what we'll start. That's where we'll stop. All right. So the last section here. And I'll move this to the side there. Okay. So we've got Current 93. This is a Death Grips, another bootleg from them, which is pretty cool. I'll put this, we'll do this. There we go. Another Faust CD, Glenn Branca. Now this is cool. This is something I figured I had to get, and I love them. They're great. The Residents. 3 Residents CDs. We were in San Francisco, and I was listening to them a lot. So this is New York Noise. This is a pretty cool no wave compilation. Comus. This is the complete collection. I'm so excited about this. This is Shellac. This is another Steve Albini band. This is another Current 93 CD. Now here are the last 3 I saved because these are so cool. This is a bootleg, I think, of Brian Wilson. It says Pet Theory in the Summer. I've never listened to this before, but I'm excited to check it out. This is real cool. This is a lullaby rendition of Rush. I thought that was really cool. This might be the number one thing I got. This is Brian Wilson Presents Pet Sounds Live. I love this record. I love how they Like his backing band does their rendition of the songs. I love how he interacts with the crowd. I love how he sings. This is probably one of my top live albums ever. It's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. It's fantastic. Anyways, guys, this is the bulk of what I got. I have shirts. I'll probably do another video on them. But yeah, thank you guys. I will see you.